Hey everyone, it's March 15th, and that means that if today is your birthday, you share it with Morris Solomon Jr., a serial killer known as the Sacramento Slayer who committed at least 6 murders in 1985 and 86, and that is him right up there. Born in Georgia in 1944, Solomon was raised by his abusive grandmother and had very little contact with his parents throughout his childhood. She would often force him to stand nude on a stool while she whipped him with electrical cords for infractions as minor as incorrectly pronouncing a word, and I'm lucky she's not doing that to me for this video. He reunited with his parents when his grandmother moved to the Sacramento area, and as a teen he witnessed their abuse towards one another, with frequent fistfights and sexual assaults carried out in front of him. After graduating high school, he worked numerous jobs, including as a carpenter and bus driver, before joining the Army, serving in Vietnam, and rising to the rank of sergeant. Solomon returned to the Sacramento area after his time in the service, finding work as a forklift operator at San Quentin Prison. But in 1977, he was convicted of sexually assaulting a woman while on the job, being sent to a state mental hospital for violent offenders. After his release a few years later, he took work as a handyman, often exchanging his labor for room and board. In 1986, Solomon reported finding the corpse of a prostitute to police, ostensibly so as to appear innocent of having any involvement in her murder. She had been bound and was wrapped in bedding. Over the next 2 years, 3 more bodies were found, all with a similar MO of being bound and wrapped in bedsheets, so the police believed they were dealing with one killer. Solomon was brought in for questioning after a few of the bodies were discovered, but a lack of hard evidence kept the authorities from making an arrest. After getting permission to search his home, a body was found buried in the yard, and then 2 more bodies were discovered at a previous residence. Once police realized that Solomon had worked as a handyman at every location where a body was found, he was tried and convicted of 6 murders, though it is strongly suspected that he killed at least 7 victims. Sacramento actually had 2 serial killers active at the same time, with his crimes overlapping those of Dorothea Puente, who I featured in a video on January 9th. Solomon currently sits on death row in San Quentin, where he once worked. If this was your birthday, I hope you had a great day. If you know somebody whose birthday it is today, send them this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Morris Solomon Jr., I have to say, happy birthday, you bastard.